Hey beautiful people, I'm your host Trimlin and you're listening to Between the Lines, a podcast that goes beneath the surface. I grew up in a world where everyone wanted to fight. Bro, even I fought. But people lose, and if we're being honest with ourselves, we've lost a lot of times. And it's in these moments of defeat where many reflect and wonder where it all went wrong. Are you tired of losing your battles? My good friend Lariza faced some personal battles, but in today's episode, she'll be sharing how God fights them for her, how God is her victor. So the next voice you'll be hearing is none other than Lariza.
God always delivers his people. In our day and age, God is the most clutch friend you could ever have. Moses' best friend, God. After getting to know him for 40 years in the wilderness, he comes back stronger, braver than ever, to tell the Israelites that they will be freed from the Egyptians, who they have been enslaved to. After 10 plagues, after miracles and miracles, they are right and ready to leave to go to the promised land. And right in front of them is the Red Sea. How would they ever get across? God always delivers his people. Exodus 14:14, the very message that Moses was supposed to give to them. Fear not, stand still and see the salvation for your Lord. For the Lord your God shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. This is what he does to his servants. This is what he does to his children. When Jesus was ready to be crucified, after spending hours and hours in the Garden of Gethsemane, crying, sweating blood, in need of human sympathy, the people that were there were asleep. His best friends, whom he needed so much, were not even there to comfort him. But as the enemies come, they ask for Jesus. He says in John 18 verse 1, I am who you're looking for, and let these go their way. God always delivers his people. I was a student. I went canvassing for one summer. As I was going door to door spreading the love of Jesus through Christian literature, I realized that I want to dedicate my entire life to him. I took the same promises. This one's found in 2 Chronicles 20. To fear not, stand still, see the salvation of the Lord, which will fight for you today, for you do not need to fight in this battle. The battle is not yours, but God's. The battle I fought was opposition. It makes sense. Our parents want us to be happy, successful, rich in this world. But I wanted to have a rich relationship with God. I wanted to be wealthier with people with me, beside me, going to heaven rather than to go alone. God truly fought my battle. And after a day of fasting and praying, just as Jehoshaphat had done in the story, his eyes were upon God, even though he didn't know what to do. And as my eyes were fixed upon God, my knees were on the floor just praying. My parents' hearts were softened. It was a complete stranger that actually told them about what I wanted to do. God always delivers his people. In the very end, there is going to be a time of trouble for the people of God. This world is only getting more wicked. People are only getting more rude. Persecutions come. It says in 2 Timothy 3 verse 12 that all who choose to live a godly life will suffer persecution. This persecution will not be easy. In fact, the persecution that they will feel the most is the persecution from within. The separation of their souls from God. The weight of all the sin that they have ever done, with the enemy just shining a bright light upon all the things that they have done to hurt their maker and their master. But God always delivers his people in the most beautiful way, as the Red Sea split, as Jesus was there to let the disciples go their way. as God was able to fight the battles in my personal life. God opens the sky like a scroll. Jesus comes down to deliver his people. Are there battles that you're facing today? Let go of trying to fight them. Stand ye still. See the salvation of the Lord, which will fight for you. Don't try to fight this battle on your own. No matter what it is, if you have conflict with family, let him fight for you. If you have conflict with yourself, trying to let go of bad habits, stop trying to fight yourself. Have mercy on yourself. Turn your eyes towards him. For God always delivers his people.
Join us next week as we continue to learn about how God is our victor.